Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome to a brand new Starfield video. So today we are taking a look at the smaller of the two Akila City properties that you can pick up as player homes. And I've got to say, I really quite like the look of this apartment. So yeah, this is the smaller of the two apartments that you can pick up in Akila City, and yeah, it's compact. It's basically a one-bedroom space with dividers. It's quite cool though. It's got a nice vibe. It's really got an Akila City vibe. It's quite awesome. So let's just do the usual orders of business. Have a look at where this is. So Akila City, right there on the planet of Akila in the Xion system. Nice and easy, in case you haven't found it yet. And we'll go out one more to have a look at the star map, and you can see that Xion is basically smack bang in the middle. So, not too difficult to find at all. So, starting off from the main gate of the city, it's quite easy to get hold of this place. Let's have a run over to find the fella you need to buy this place from. So, I'll head up past the left-hand side of the rock here. Just scoot along the street here, and at the top of the stairs, we open up into this main back area of the core. And you see this house behind here? This is actually the other place that you can buy, so we'll be doing that soon enough. But for now, we need to speak to Mr. Tate here.
If you are ever looking to buy property, remember me, Mr. Tate.
Whose voice I clearly remember from Skyrim, and he will offer to sell us either of the two properties.
It's a very convenient location, just a block or so from Co Plaza. Are you interested?
So 45,000 credits will get us the small apartment. The larger one is around about the 80-ish mark. I forget exactly what the number is, but we'll be moving on to that sooner or later in a few weeks. But for now, we'll start with the more affordable option.
Excellent. With the funds transferred, you can take possession immediately. I wish you good fortune in your new home.
So, nice and easy. You don't need to do a great deal apart from arrive in Akila City and just basically meet this guy. So, getting access to the houses is nice and easy in Akila, which is cool. So we'll head into the menus and just turn on the appropriate activity. There we go. And now we can have a little compass sort of UI element there to tell us where the apartment is. Nip down a few back streets. I'll say, I really, really enjoy walking around Akila City. It's definitely my favourite city that I've explored so far. So, a few streets later, there's Sinclair's Books right next to the apartment. And as you can see, this place is quite compact. So let's have a look inside. There we go. So, unfurnished, but looking pretty decent. We'll do a little bit of a before and after thing here. So, interesting little dividers there, just sort of separate up the space, but yeah, I mean, almost open plan, works quite nicely. Kitchen is fairly Starfield standard, but looks alright. A little bit of living space here. And head through towards a bedroom and a bathroom. In some ways, this reminds me of a flat I used to live in that one small bathroom off the bedroom, except that this place is actually considerably more comfortable than that place was. But yeah. All in all, not bad. Let's head off, decorate this thing. We'll have a look at the finished version. And here we go. I actually quite like how this place came out. The tone and the vibe is very Akila City. It's very freestyle and it's kind of comfortable. Cozy might be a good word. I think the sort of orange tungsten glow to it all gives that vibe, and I do quite like it. I would definitely be comfortable here. I don't think you'd want more than two people living here, as there's not a lot of space, but it's alright. Starting off over here on the left, we've got our dining table in place. I started putting this together and then basically decided I wanted to look like somewhere that they had gaming nights, played D&D, stuff like that. Don't really know why, I just kind of looked at it and went, yeah, that's what I want to do. So I did. And yeah, the decorations kind of meant to give that kind of vibe that, I don't know, everybody's just left after a gaming session or something. And there's still a few bits knocking around for whatever reason. But yeah, I quite like the vibe of that table. It came out well. Maybe a little bit technically too big for the space, but yeah, it gives the right vibe. We'll squeeze on through to the kitchen, and I went kind of to town on placing a load of junk decoration here. There's actually a problem that cropped up in this apartment that did not crop up when I did the well apartment the other week, which I'll link somewhere in the top right corner for you. I did some junk decoration here, and in the well, it didn't sink into the surfaces at all, but unfortunately here it has done, so I'm not sure if I just got lucky last time, or if I'm getting unlucky this time, but hopefully the patch will be not too far off and we'll have that issue fixed. Wasn't quite sure what to do on the right here. We've got the fridge that's already in place when you move into the place, but everything else I added, and it's a weird kind of space. Once you've got a table in the corner, what really do you do along that wall? So put some storage and some terminals in. Put some extra bits and pieces around, got a coffee machine in Starfield, and they're obsessed with coffee, so you kind of have to. There's a blender in the corner there that Bethesda can stack up, but we can't, which is kind of annoying. But what can you do? I assume it's been taken apart for cleaning. A few pots and pans, a few bits of food and stuff on the shelf. And quite happy with how it came out. I do quite like this display case here, incidentally. It's, yeah, it's quite nice. It's a bit odd that certain things you can place on it and certain things you can't. It's also a bit odd that that fan's the wrong way around, but, you know, just what it is. It works fine. It's okay. You can decorate it just fine, but there's some things I would have liked to have placed on that thing that I couldn't, and it was a bit odd. A little look at our lounge here on the right. TV options are a little limited in Starfield because, I don't know, apparently people don't watch TV anymore. But we've got a wall-mounted monitor there and a place to sort of sit and hang and chat, I suppose, which is probably a better use of the space anyway. I feel like those sofas look like something that I could put together. Not so much the armchairs there, but the sofas, certainly. And I do like the vibe. It really kind of fits in with the rough stone walls of the place and it also gives that rustic look. I definitely like those bare stone walls in here. It's a really cool vibe. Check the workbench in here, because, well, I needed something in this space. I wasn't quite sure what to put in, and that fit quite nicely. The dumbbells, incidentally, I didn't use the build menu to place. I just dropped them in manually rather than using the build menu to make them static. And the reason I did that was because when you use the build menu, they sink into the floor, which is not very helpful. They're about halfway into the floor, so instantly rather than over time. So I just decided to chuck them down. I figure they'll be okay. They're fairly sturdy as it is. But a little desk space in here. I went with the rustic desk again just because it kind of blends in with the environment a little bit more and matches the decor a little bit. And yeah, the old computer there, because you can get a more modern terminal sort of monitor on there, but there's no interface, no mouse, keyboard or any other equivalent thing if you do that, and that's a bit weird. So we'll head on through to the bedroom, and yeah, it's cosy and compact. There's not a lot of room, but there's enough. And head through to the bathroom. This is the bit that really reminds me of my old flat from years ago. It's in terms of the size of the bedroom and its relationship to the bathroom anyway. Well, yeah, quite cool. Went with that rustic wooden bed again because it matches the rest of the decor. We haven't really got a bedside table that goes with this though, so I did the best I could with what was available. Some stuff on the shelves as well. And did a bit of decorating in the bathroom. Quite happy with how this came out. I didn't do a lot, because, well, to be honest, I didn't really need to do a lot. It was more than half finished anyway, when you just move in the place. But a few little bits and pieces of you know, soap and stuff like that around where you can, and kind of finishes the job off. Got to have some biohazard signs in the bathroom, because, well, yeah, no. To say, by the way, there's one thing I've noticed, and I'm seeing again now that I'm watching this tour back, that when you're trying to walk around slowly with a controller, normally it makes things much smoother, and it does for looking around using the thumbsticks, but steps with Starfield's movement on a controller are really annoying, because your first step's nice and slow and smooth, but then it accelerates suddenly, like your character's kind of staggering about the place, and it's a little annoying. With Fallout, it's much more smooth and even, and you get much smoother footage, but it's really difficult to pull that off in Starfield. There we go. Little gripes aside, really quite happy with this apartment. I kind of wish I'd be likely to spend more time here, but looking forward to doing the build on the other house that's available in Akila in the next few weeks, as well as jumping into some more outposts. So, speaking of, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did like this little wander around the small Akila City apartment, please do drop subs and likes. I very much appreciate it. Social media links, merch store, channel memberships, all that down below the video as well if you want to support the channel in that way. I really, really appreciate it. And join us for live streams as well. We are, of course, playing Starfield and continuing on with Fallout 76 as well. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.